Greetings, brothers and sisters, men and women all around the world. Welcome to another episode of PLM News Awareness Session. I'm your brother Fiji, and tonight we're going to bring you all awareness session on State of the Nation. The brother Blayland will be on the show, momentarily. We're gonna be discussing the state of the nation. This is a piece of literature that came out April 11, 1985. And it dealt with the state of the nation at that point in 1985. And we're going to take that particular piece and make it apply to the state of the nation in 2023. How do it apply today in 2023? So at this time, I'm going to bring the brother Blayland in, let him introduce himself, and we're going to get down to business. My brother. How the brother doing?
I'm good, dear brother. How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm peaceful, bro. Peaceful, man. Enjoying this day off, man. And it's always a treat when we can get together, man, and discuss some positive and productive things.
Oh yes, most definitely.
So what you got to say today, man? You know what I'm saying? Before we start, man, what you want to lace the peoples with today, man?
Open your mind, your eyes, your ears, and your heart to strive for something new and be better than you were yesterday.
Okay, y'all heard that? Open your minds, your hearts, your ears, and strive today to be better than you were yesterday. That's our banner for today. So the words of wisdom. So let's get down to business, bro. Now, state of the nation. This was a very important piece of literature that came out April 11, 1985. And in the state of the nation, it broke down what the nation was going through at that particular time. So what we're going to do, we're going to study this piece today, break it down for the peoples, and see how and if this particular piece applies to the state of the nation in 2023. We're going to begin here, and it says April 11, 1985, to Brothers of the Struggle, from the chairman and board of directors, read State of the Nation. Now, what do that mean? State of the nation. What do that mean, bro? What do you think that mean from your
Well,
perspective?
from my perspective, state of the nation is pretty much expressing the condition or situation or circumstance that the nation is in at that current moment.
Okay.
Nation can be your community, the organization you're a part of, or the country you live in.
Okay. So it says, greetings, brothers. Once again, we come to you with understanding and enlightenment concerning our current state of the nation. Understanding and enlightenment. What is enlightenment?
Mm, powerful word. Enlightenment is, I'm gonna paraphrase because I don't want to go too deep with it, but to keep it simple, it's the ability to illuminate a situation or person's mind.
Okay, so if we dealing with enlightenment, can we get
Mhm.
that in one word? What enlightenment would be?
Education.
Education. Education. Knowledge. Insight. So
Understanding.
understanding. And that's why they got
Clarity.
up there, understanding and enlightenment concerning our current state of the nation. So understanding and enlightenment, even though we know enlightenment can be understanding, it also can be education.
Facts.
It also can be knowledge. It also can be enlightenment, insight. It can also be learning. It says, Many of you in recent months have expressed your displeasure at the way the essence of the new concept has declined. Essence. The essence, how the essence has declined, or the new concept had declined. So you're talking about this was less than 4 years, because September the 21st, 1981 was when the new concept, the first letter in the new concept was introduced to the body, right?
That's right.
Well, now we talking April the 11th, 1985. This is less than 3 years. 4 years. This is less than 4 years into the new concept. And it was a need for this letter to come out. It was a need for it, because they say that the essence of the new concept has declined. The essence would be the spirit of it.
It's nature.
Its intrinsic nature had declined. So that means as though instead of us going upward, we was going downward in 1985.
Could essence or nature also be synonymous with purpose?
True. In this sense, yes.
Okay.
Because you could, if you want to change that, it says many of you, we're going to put purpose in there instead. We're going to take the essence out and put purpose in there. Many of you in recent months have expressed your displeasure at the way the purpose of the new concept has declined. The purpose of it, the reason of it, the essence of it, the spirit of it, it had declined. And declined we have. The leadership at that point was agreeing that the organization had declined.
Mm-hmm.
It was going downward instead of upward. Yes, this is the proper assessment, leaving no doubt whatsoever, for no room for interpretations other than the fact that we had declined. We was going down. But let us examine the cause and effects of it. The cause of it and the effects of it. What caused the decline and what was the effects of that particular decline in the essence of the new concept. It says, in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning, the new concept, in parentheses, our leadership pooled together their minds and resources to create a positive and sound doctrine. To create a positive and sound doctrine. Create. What do that mean?
Create means to make or establish.
To bring into existence. So if you're creating some, you're establishing some, you making some, you bring it in, you actually bringing it into existence. You giving it life then.
A tangible form.
Okay.
It said pool our resources, right?
Pool, it says.
Yep.
Our leadership pooled together their minds and resources to create a positive and sound doctrine. Doctrine. What is a doctrine?
A teaching. Okay. Articles of conduct.
It says the doctrine is a set of belief or principles that are taught or believed to be true by authoritative source. A concept, a set of beliefs or principles.
A concept, organization, set of principles. Love, life, loyalty, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Belief.
The creed.
Creed. So they had these doctrines, right? They came with this here. A doctrine that would instill ideas. So this doctrine that they created called the new concept was geared towards creating and instilling ideas in us. This is what this doctrine was designed to do. A sense of value and appetite for knowledge and goals in any man who decided to adhere to it. So this doctrine was going to instill ideas, sense of values, and appetite for knowledge and goals. What's our goals?
Growth and development.
Those are
education, economical, political, and social development.
So, and these were the methods. So the objectives was growth and development, and the methods of obtaining growth and development was through education, economic, political, and social development. All right. So this is what they have created. This is what they put together, and we see how it has stood the test of time since 1981. Because we're looking at 2023, right?
Right.
All right. Then we're gonna find out what happened. What was the cause of this here? Since that day, we have realized many accomplishments, but we only scratched the surface of our potential. So we had accomplished a lot up until that point, them 3 years plus, right? But we had only scratched the surface. We hadn't reached our fullest potential. We weren't even near our fullest potentials. During the rough and uncertain times, we held together because of a key element in our repertoire: discipline. Discipline.
That's in the preface.
Discipline.
It's necessary for development.
Man, it's a necessity in all things pertaining to development. Now, what is discipline?
Discipline can be one's study, a subject matter that one's trying to perfect. It can be self-control. Well, which were one and the same, actually.
Yeah.
If you look at it, because whatever you're studying, you must have self-control to stay focused on it.
So if we don't have no self-control, that means we lack discipline, right? We got to be able to have self-control in our everyday walk of life. We got to be able to have self-control in our decision making. We have to be able to have self-control in how we view life in itself, then, right?
Correct.
Well, if we don't have no self-control over our lives, our personal lives, how is it can we have self-control over anything else?
We can't. It's impossible.
Okay.
It all starts with self.
Yeah. In recent times, there has been a decline in discipline, and the direct result is laws and policies not being enforced, goals not being ascertained, and negligence in the maintenance and distribution of our resources. We have been traveling in a sort of suspended animation. Suspended animation.
That's like running in place. You moving, but ain't getting nothing done.
Hamster on the wheel.
Yep.
So how has this affected our youth?
One, by us being in suspended animation and not really progressing or moving forward, it caused the youth to not have faith in our ability to lead. Because we ain't going nowhere. So how can we lead somebody if we're not going anywhere?
Okay. I'll distinguish a brother, SD, did a video, right? And he spoke on this here. I want to bring this video up, and I want you to listen to it, and we're going to dialogue on this video.
No problem.
Where we from? Already in that order, you know what I'm saying? Big bro in the building doing what he do like he do it. You know what I'm saying? We got nephew over there doing what he do like he do it. You know what I'm talking about? But look, we're gonna let him get a few words in though. If you want to get a few words to the youth, what can you tell the youth right now?
I tell the youth we gotta do better. We can do way better than what we've been doing. But it's our fault. because we left the youth so unguided, right? But the part of it really was the city, the state, the government. They knew what they was doing, man. When they took the structure, they took the real leadership. The people that cared about the people that they say they actually represented. When they took the heads away, that's what happened. The body fell. And then you had the youth that came up and they had people, fake leaders, using them, abusing them, sending them off. And that's what happened. That's why youth today is so misguided, so unloved, because the love was gone. When once upon a time, it was all about universal love, and that's what they got, because we was all we had. And we always had each other back, no matter what title, rank, or privilege you had, you still was just one of the men, one of the guys. It was still family. We was equals. The only thing that made us different is because of responsibility. I might have had more responsibility than you. You might have had more responsibility than me. And he might have had more responsibility than us. That was the difference. But we took that responsibility as a honor, because people entrusted us with their lives. People entrusted us with their family. And they knew when real niggas had it, everything was good. But when you take that away, you leave these suckers, these chumps, these cowards, these rats and niggas glorified and love. That's what you get. That's a product of what we got with these shorties today, because they just misguided. I love them though, and they love the real. One thing about it today, because I go all over the country, you can't fool these shorties, man. They know a fraud when they see one. So stop faking. If you're out there faking like you somebody when you know you're really nothing.
Hey, he just put that shit down so motherfucking cold. I don't even know how to even go around it. But look, I usually get my 3 questions. I'm gonna go to the next question now, because I don't even know how to even reply to that. If you had something to give, if you had a word to get to you just gave the word to the old young G's. If you had something to tell the OGs, what could you tell them?
I say, man, for the G's, what you talk about this?
You just gave it up for the young G's.
So you talk about those older than me or in my bracket?
Your bracket and older.
Those come in my bracket, man. Stop playing the 50. Stop acting like you thorough, and then when we ain't around, you still fucking with the same motherfucker that sit your people and your brother away. Same people got your people backdoored. Same people sit your people to the bill, to Manar, to the feds. Stop doing that, bro. And if you really about it, man, do your part, man, and teach and guide. If everyone did what they're supposed to do, things would be better, bro. But instead, we got a lot of people, especially with my generation, man. Now they too scared. Now all they talk about, these people gonna do the sacrifices got to be made. I don't even like to quote nobody that really didn't, and I ain't gonna take them from them. But listen, even Dr. Martin Luther King said, he said, those who are not willing to die for what they believe in, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So if you scared to make a sacrifice for the people that you feel that you love and that you took an honor for and you took an oath for, what you doing? You faking.
Alhamdulillah.
Allah knows best.
Hey, my nigga cut.
Okay, my brother. Let's dialogue on that, because what I just listened to was a lack of discipline, because we got outside of the laws and policies that governed us. You know what I'm saying? We got outside of it.
Which is definitely the memo spoke about.
Right. And they wasn't being enforced. So where you stand with what our distinguished brother SD, aka Shawty Dope, was saying now?
I can't find no flaw in it, because if we're being truthful, right?
Be truthful.
He mentioned when they took the leadership away from the streets.
Yeah.
And with the leadership leaving, that left a gap in discipline, because there was no one there to enforce these laws that had more responsibility in them, more awareness of them, more knowledge, wisdom, understanding in how they should be enforced. And when that happened, it left people that had a lack of knowledge to step up to try to fill a gap. And in their ignorance or their selfishness, because their lack of discipline, they begin to manipulate the youth and even deceive themselves to believe they were more than who they actually were, because they had no one there to check their egos. So I see 100% truth from what the brother said.
Okay. And I agree with that, because he's saying some of the same things. A lot of the, matter of fact, I ain't gonna say some of the same things, the exact same things that we are saying here.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying the exact same things. So it's letting us know that the teaching that we are delivering to the masses is universal. And others see it. Others see the problem. We just have to continue to be disciplined in our every walk of life and how we study and how we deliver the message to those who really need it.
Every action, behavior, and attitude.
Exactly.